Ever feel like you're stuck in a loop of working, paying bills, and never really getting ahead? You're not alone. The good news is, building wealth isn't about earning a ton of money right off the bat. In this video, I'm breaking down 4 simple steps to build wealth on a budget, even if you feel like you're barely scraping by. Wealth on a budget, let's build it together. Alright, step 1 to building wealth might seem obvious, but trust me, most people skip it. Track your money. I'm talking about knowing exactly where every single rupee is going. And yeah, I mean everything. That daily chai at the stall down the street, track it. Those late-night online shopping sprees, track them too. Look, I get it. Tracking expenses can feel tedious, even a little scary. Nobody wants to confront how much they're actually spending, right? But think of it this way. Would you drive a car with a broken fuel gauge just hoping you don't run out of gas? Of course not. Your finances deserve the same level of attention. When I first started tracking my spending, I was shocked. I considered myself pretty good with money, but seeing those numbers laid out in front of me, it was a real eye-opener. I was spending way more than I realized on things that didn't even matter that much to me. It was a wake-up call, but it was also incredibly empowering. Because once I knew where my money was going, I could actually start making changes. Now there are tons of apps out there that can help you track your spending automatically. But if you're just starting out, even a simple notebook and pen will do the trick. The key is to be consistent. Make it a habit to jot down every expense, no matter how small. Think of it like this. Every time you spend money, you're making a choice. You're choosing to buy that coffee or that new shirt instead of investing in your future. And that's totally fine. You're allowed to enjoy your money. But you should be making those choices consciously, not out of habit or because you're not paying attention. Tracking your spending gives you that awareness. It helps you identify areas where you might be overspending, so you can make adjustments and free up more money to put towards your goals. It's about taking control of your finances, instead of letting them control you. So, your action step for this chapter? Download a budgeting app or grab a notebook, and commit to tracking your expenses for the next 7 days. Trust me, this small step can make a huge difference in your financial journey. Alright, now that you're tracking your spending like a pro, it's time for step 2. Setting realistic financial goals. This is where things start to get exciting because you're no longer just managing money, you're giving it a purpose. Ask yourself, what do you really want to achieve with your money? Is it building a safety net so you're prepared for unexpected expenses? Maybe it's finally paying off that credit card debt that's been weighing you down. Or perhaps it's saving up for that dream trip you've always wanted to take. Whatever your goals are, write them down. Having them clearly defined makes them feel more tangible, more achievable. But here's the key. Break down those big, audacious goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. Let's say your goal is to save 1 lakh rupees for a down payment on a new scooter. That might seem like a huge amount, right? But if you break it down into smaller chunks, say saving 8,000 rupees per month, suddenly it feels much more doable. And that's the beauty of setting realistic goals. It's not about depriving yourself or living like a monk. It's about making small sustainable changes that add up to big results over time. Instead of saying I want to save more money, say I want to save 20,000 rupees in the next 3 months for a new phone. Having a specific target and a deadline creates a sense of urgency and accountability. In the next chapter, we'll talk about how to automate your savings so you can effortlessly reach your financial goals. Chapter 3. Automate your savings. Pay yourself first. You're tracking your spending, you've set some killer financial goals, and now it's time for step 3, which is arguably the easiest yet most powerful of them all. Automate your savings. Let's face it, saving money can feel like a chore, especially when there are so many other demands on our finances. It's easy to tell ourselves, I'll start saving next month, but then life gets in the way, and we end up spending that money on other things. Unexpected expenses, spontaneous purchases, and even daily necessities can derail our best intentions. That's where automation comes in. It's a game changer for anyone serious about saving. By setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account right after payday, you're essentially taking the decision-making process out of the equation. This way, you don't have to rely on willpower or memory. The money disappears before you even have a chance to spend it. It's like it was never there to begin with. Think of it like this. You pay your bills on time every month, right? Your rent, utilities, and other essential expenses are non-negotiable. Well, consider your savings as another non-negotiable expense. Treat it with the same importance as your other bills. It's about paying yourself first, prioritizing your future financial security. Now you might be thinking, but Graham, I can barely make ends meet as it is. How am I supposed to automate my savings when I don't have any money left over at the end of the month? Here's the thing, you don't need a lot of money to start automating your savings. Even small amounts can make a big difference over time. Even if it's just 500 or 1,000 rupees per month, the important thing is to get started. The habit of saving is more important than the amount. When I first started out, I automated a small amount of money to be transferred to my savings account every month. It was a modest amount, but it was consistent. I barely even noticed it was gone, but over time those small amounts added up. It was amazing to see how quickly my savings grew. And the best part is, once you automate your savings, you don't have to think about it anymore. It becomes a seamless part of your financial routine. It just happens in the background like magic. You can focus on other things while your savings grow. You can sit back, relax, and watch your savings grow effortlessly. It's a stress-free way to build your financial future. Most banks have online platforms or mobile apps that make it incredibly easy to set up automatic transfers. It's a simple process that can have a huge impact. In the next chapter, we're going to talk about how to put your savings to work by investing it and building long-term wealth. Stay tuned for more tips on growing your financial future. Chapter 4. Start investing small, grow your money exponentially. Alright, we've arrived at the final step in our journey to building wealth on a budget, and it's the one that has the potential to truly supercharge your financial future investing. Now I know what you might be thinking, investing, isn't that just for rich people? Absolutely not. Investing is for everyone, regardless of your financial background or current income level. In the past, investing might have seemed intimidating or out of reach, but today there are so many accessible options available that allow you to start investing with as little as 500 rupees. And trust me, you don't need to be a financial expert to get started. There are plenty of user-friendly platforms and resources designed to help beginners. In fact, I recommend keeping it simple, especially when you're first starting out. Simplicity can often lead to better results. One of the easiest and most effective ways to invest is through low-cost index funds or systematic investment plans, SIPs. These investment vehicles allow you to diversify your money across a wide range of stocks or bonds, reducing your risk and increasing your potential for growth. It's like having a team of experts managing your money for you, but at a fraction of the cost. This makes it easier for you to focus on other aspects of your life. Now you might be wondering why investing is so important. Why should you consider it? The answer is simple: compound growth. This is the magic that can turn small investments into substantial wealth over time. When you invest your money, it has the potential to earn interest and dividends. These earnings can then be reinvested to generate even more returns. But here's the really cool part. Over time, those earnings can also earn interest and dividends, creating a snowball effect that can lead to exponential growth. It's like planting a seed. The earlier you plant it, the more time it has to grow and flourish. The earlier you plant it, the more time it has to grow and flourish. This is why starting early is so beneficial. Even small amounts of money invested consistently over time can grow into a significant nest egg. Consistency is key. Now I know that investing can seem a bit daunting at first, but there are tons of resources available to help you get started. From online courses to financial advisors, help is always at hand. The key is to do your research, start small, and stay consistent. Over time you'll see your efforts pay off. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Patience and persistence will lead you to financial success. So there you have it. 4 simple yet powerful steps to start building wealth on a budget, even in your 20s. Remember, it's not about earning a ton of money overnight. It's about making smart choices consistently that set you up for long-term financial success. Start by tracking your expenses to understand where your money is going. Then, set realistic financial goals that give your savings a purpose. Automate those savings so you're consistently paying yourself first. And finally, start investing early and often to harness the power of compound growth. These steps might seem small, but trust me, they can have a massive impact on your financial future. So, what's your first step going to be? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And subscribe to the channel for more tips on building wealth and achieving financial freedom. Your journey starts now.